Okay, wait, maybe it's working. There's nobody in it. Maybe just might record it and then upload it after.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'll go talk to Oscar, but I just want to let you know.
Okay. Oh, there's Chenny.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's fine.
I guess.
Oh, then it's fine.
Must
Okay,
be.
perfect.
Hi, Jenny. Must be.
Okay, that's awesome then. I don't have to
I guess all. There was a problem with the Wi-Fi, Jenny, so if it cuts out.
That looks fine.
Yeah,
it looks fine.
It's working now.
Okay.
Which is what we need to. You got it. Ready to go away? Yes, you have. Please come back. Nice. Been missing the performer. Oh, yeah, so cool. And then my husband's car got broken to pick up that, so I had to take it. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get it. Didn't do that. What about the ball? Oh.
Is it working?
Yeah. I just want to make sure like it like follows your mat again.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to like make sure. No. Maybe it's centered. Maybe it's no. Is it that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Awesome. Okay, awesome.
How does it make me the big one though? Why did you do that?
I don't know. I think it will be the big one like on theirs, but
I know.
it's weird that it's not on the like on this one. That is very weird.
It's really
Okay, cool. Then
Okay, it's all good. Thank you.
awesome. Okay, there you go.
Okay, we got one layout. Okay, guys, so to get started, we're gonna start lying on our backs. Have your weights handy, have your squishy ball handy. Alright.
You take your shoes off too. No need shoes.
No shoes. All right, so squishy ball is gonna go between your inner thighs. Feet just about the distance apart, maybe a little closer so you can really feel your inner thigh connection. And then let's just really relax our upper body. So feel the back of your head is heavy, your eyes are just looking straight up to the ceiling. Chin is pulling in a little bit to your chest just so you're not here. Collarbones are wide, shoulder blades are flat, ribs are tight around your center. Back of your rib cage is nice and heavy, and then you've got that little space in behind your low back. Tailbone is heavy and tipped away. From here, you're just going to start with inner thighs. So just give that ball a nice big squeeze. Feel those inner thighs, and then just slow release back out. So as you squeeze your inner thighs, remember you could squeeze your glutes. Try not to do that. Really think about the inside of those legs squeezing. You'll feel your core connect, and then slow release. So go for 4 here. Exhale. As you're squeezing, think about how your inner thighs connect to your core. Inner thighs squeeze, core connects. And slow out. Last couple here. Exhale. Last one, you're gonna squeeze in and then you're gonna hold that little bit of a squeeze. From here, let's rock our pelvis back. So let your low back press down, press into your heels as you lift your hips nice and high. So hold when you're up in that hip bridge. Take a breath up at the top, feel your knees reaching away from the top of your head as you roll back up. Keep your knees reaching away. Keep reaching, roll all the way. Come down and to neutral, take a breath. Ribs stay tight around your center, and then do that again. Belly button towards your spine. Exhale, press through those heels, lifting those hips. Again, nice deep breath here, and then slowly articulate all the way down. Keep those knees reaching away from the top of your head. Back to neutral. You got that space behind your low back. Ribs are still tight around your center. 2 more like this. Belly button to your spine. Exhale. Inhale, slow and control. And then one more. Belly button in, exhale, press through your heels, lift those hips, and then stay. So your knees are reaching away from the top of your head. Your hips are nice and lifted. Your glutes are relaxed, they're not squeezing together. And then you're just gonna squeeze those inner thighs. Go for 6, just like we did when our hips were down, and then control, release out. Go for 5. And out, exhale, 4, squeeze. And exhale, 3, squeeze. Last 2. And then one more. Hold that nice big squeeze with those inner thighs. From here, you're gonna drop your hips. They're almost gonna touch down. And then press through your heels with those hips up nice and high. Do that again. Inhale as you come down. Is not working.
It says it like they can't see you on the thing.
Inhale down. Exhale, press, lift. Right up. Go for 4. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Up. And then go one more. Inhale down. Exhale, press through your heels, lift your hips nice and high. And then articulate back down, roll through your spine back to neutral. Take a breath. And then let's grab our weights. So you're back in neutral, back in your ribcage stays heavy, even weight in your feet. Arms reach up. You can actually keep the ball in your inner thighs. Maybe do that again. Keep your shoulder blades flat against the mat. And now just start with arms reaching wide. So as your arms open out, nothing in your body changes. As your arms press back up, again, nothing in your torso changes, I should say. Arms open out, ribs stay tight around your center. Really feel like you're reaching your arms to opposite sides of the room. And then reach them way up to the ceiling. That again, so go 4. Nice and wide. Exhale, press. And 3. Wide. Stay wide across those collarbones. Exhale, press. Last 2. And one more, open right out. Exhale, press all the way up. Stay there, feel those shoulder blades are still pressed against the mat. Now just right arm, open it up, feel your left shoulder blade staying pressed against the mat, right arm back up. Right shoulder blade stays pressed against the mat as your left arm opens. And then exhale, press back up. Let's do that again. Right arm opens, left stays where it is. And up. Left arm opens, right stays where it is. And press up. Now we're gonna add it. So right arm reaches to the side, left arm overhead. Exhale, press everything back. Left arm to the side, right arm overhead. And exhale, press. So as you're moving your arms in opposite directions, or kind of in different directions, nothing else should change in your body. So one waistline might want to lengthen, one might want to crunch. You're not going to let either of those do that. Keep your waistlines long, keep your weight even in your shoulders, even in your ribs and your hips. One more each way. And press. One more here, right and left, reach. Exhale, press all the way back to the ceiling, and then just lower your arms down and take a breath. Okay, now from here, let's go hands behind our head. So no weights, just hands kind of interlaced behind that head. Head is still heavy in those arms. Now tuck your chin in a little bit more and then curl up to flexion. So when you come up to flexion, you're looking towards your ball, not the ceiling, right? You're up here, so your shoulder blades are lifting off the mat that little bit. And then slowly roll back down. So melting that spine back to the mat. Take a breath when you're down, and then do that again. Tuck your chin, exhale, slide those ribs down to your hip bones. Take a breath. Glutes are relaxed, hip flexors are pretty relaxed as well. Slowly roll back. Let's do it again. Stop and one more, tuck that chin that little bit, exhale, curl up, and then stay. So again, glutes are relaxed, hip flexors are nice and fibula, still neutral, still have that little space behind your low back. Your shoulder blades are lifting off the mat, and just inner thighs, squeeze them tight. And little release. As you squeeze your inner thighs, your glutes could help, right? Don't let them. Just inner thighs, little release. Now, as you squeeze your inner thighs, can you curl up an extra inch? And then back with your upper body as you release your inner thighs up and squeeze. And inhale back. Those 6 little ones. And control. Go for 5. And back. Exhale 4. And back. Last 3. And back. 2. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. And then slowly let's come all the way down. Right to neutral. And stay. Okay, fall off to the side. Grab those weights again, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Make sure your heels are within like fingertip range. You can touch your heels with your fingertips just so they're not up too far. All right, so we're in here, arms reach up, shoulder blades flat against the mat. You're gonna roll up, so belly button to spine, press through your heels as you lift your hips and then stay when you're up there. So your arms, we're gonna wanna do this, right? You're gonna wanna lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Let's try and keep our shoulder blades flat. Your collarbones are wide. Let's give an extra press through our left heel as you lift your right heel up. So if you feel strong here and you want an extra challenge, you can lift this leg all the way up. If you wanna keep your toes down, that's totally fine as well. All right, so I'll bring mine up to show you that option. So from here, all you're gonna do is open your arms out, and then you're gonna press back up. So constant pressure through your left heel and left big toe pressing into the mat as those arms move. 2 more, just arms, constant pressure through that left heel. Left glute and left hamstring working. Lots of core stabilizing. Now let's add a little bit more. So you're gonna drop your hips down low, open your arms out, and then press everything up. Inhale down and exhale, press through that heel. 4 more here. Control. Think about this left inner thigh. Squeeze it towards your midline as you lift. 2. Last one. Exhale, press up. Stay at the top, pop your right foot down all the way. Roll all the way down. Come to neutral, take a breath. And then let's come back. Belly button to spine, press through your heels, lift those hips. All right, now pressing through your right heel. Get that right glute firing, and then lift your left heel. So you're totally fine to stay here. If you want a little bit more, lift that lefty up. From there, again, arms for 6, just arms. Don't let anything else change in your body. Constant pressure through that right heel and right big toe for 4. Waistline, stay long. Try to keep your weight as even as you can on those shoulders. So a little extra pressure into your right shoulder may be necessary. 1 more, out, exhale, press, stay. Now let's add on that little bit more. You're gonna drop your hips, arms out, and press. 5, exhale, press. Hips come down together, and press. For 3, exhale. Remember, you're coming down in neutral. You're not rolling. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale, press. Lower those left toes all the way. Roll all the way back down. Take a breath. Lower those arms down by your sides. And then stay right there. All right, from here, hands back behind your head. Elbows hover again off the mat. Tuck your chin, curl back up to flexion. So still neutral. Keep that belly button pulling in. Ribs stay tight around your center. Now let's lift our heels. So you're just on your toes. All right, from here, we're gonna lift our right leg to tabletop. Nothing else changes in our body. You're gonna keep your left foot that little bit light. We're gonna reach our right leg up, go nice and low. Feel length through that whole right side of your body, and then bring it back in. So left obliques have to work a little harder so your weight doesn't shift. Reach. And then go 2 more, just your right leg. Reaching, stay curling forward with your upper body. 1 more. and in. You can stay there and keep doing that, or you can add on right arm reaches. So right fingertips reach from right toes, come all the way in, reach right up. Inhale out, exhale up. So 6 more here, lengthening as you come back. This is work, this is still work, right? 5, this is work, this is still work. And reach. 3 more. Last 2, reach. Last 1, reach, lengthen all the way up. Bring that right hand back, right toes down. Lower your heels, lower your body all the way. Take a breath. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So find that neutral again. If you lost the grips, are still tight around your center. Tuck your chin a little bit, curl up, stay there. Let's lift both of our heels. We're gonna lift that left knee up, even weight on your hips. So just your left leg, reach it away and pull it in. Right hip stays heavy, reach. Find that leg and in. You're lengthening as you reach out. You're keeping your waistline long as you come in. Keep your leg is bending, waistline stays long. 2 more here. Last 1, reach. You're gonna add that arm. So you're gonna reach left fingertips from left toes, all the way in. Inhale, that's work. This is still work. All the way, reach. Lengthen out, exhale up. Even weight on those hips the whole time. We've got 3 more. Exhale. We've got 2. Light touch with those right toes. Last 1, lengthening back. Exhale up. Left hand back, left toes down. Lower your heels, lower your upper body all the way down. All right, now grab your ball. You're gonna put it underneath your right foot. All right, hands down by your side. You can turn your palms to face up. We're gonna relax that upper body again. Back of your rib cage is heavy. Nice and neutral through your pelvis. Light touch with your right foot on top of the ball. You're gonna press into your left heel and squeeze your left inner thigh towards your right one, so towards your midline as you lift your hips. Makes sense? So left inner thigh is squeezing toward your midline pretty much the whole time here. Even weight on your shoulders, think about your hips staying nice and level as well. So you're gonna start just rolling this ball away with your right leg, keeping your hips lifted, and then pull it back in. So reach it out. Feel your right hip wants to drop. Try not to let it. So constant pressure through your left heel there. Reach. And now let's add some hip steps. So we're gonna lower our hips as you reach the ball away. You're just hovering off the mat and then press through your left heel as you lift and pull the ball in. So inhale down. Exhale up. If anyone wants a little bit more, you can add arms, you can add the weights if you want, you can reach and come in. Inhale out, exhale. 3 more, reach, lowering, lift, right up. Last 2, reach all the way. Last 1, reach all the way. From there, roll all the way down. Come to neutral, take a breath, pop the ball over to your other side. Same thing, so you're gonna start in that neutral, nice long waistlines, even weight under your shoulders. Let's give that press through our right heel and right big toe, hips lift, light-ish on your left foot there. Keep your hips up for the first few. We're gonna reach and pull in. Reaching away, constant pressure into that right heel and right big toe to keep your right glute working. Right inner thigh stays squeezed toward your midline. Let's drop our hips as we lower. Press, lift them up as you pull the ball back in. Remember, you can add those arms if you want, so you can reach, really feel that length, and up. Inhale out, exhale. Over 5. Away. Exhale, right up. 4. And reach. Exhale, right up. 3. All the way. 2. All the way. Last one. Reach all the way, and then roll right down. Back to neutral. Grab that ball. All right. Hold it in your hands while reaching right up to the ceiling. Feet about hip distance apart. From here, we're gonna reach your arms overhead. Don't let anything else in your body change. And then your arms come back to the ceiling. So arms reach overhead, your ribs don't lift, your pelvis stays neutral. And then right back up. 2 more like this. Feel how your arms move independently of the rest of your body, right? Or obliques are holding those ribs in tight. 1 more like this. You're gonna reach those arms back overhead. Now, as your arms come up, tuck your chin and curl up that little bit. Reach towards those knees. Really easy to do that when you get up there, and press your low back down. Try to stay neutral. Slowly come back. Reach those arms all the way. Let's do it again. Tuck your chin. Curling up that little bit. Slow and controlled. Come right back. And you're fine to stay like this. If you want a little more, lift your heel, sorry. Tuck your chin, exhale, curl up, you'll feel a little more there in those low abs, those toes light. Working the whole way back and the whole way up. Up and curl, upper abs move with you, low abs keeping you nice and still. Now, if you want even more than that, let's tuck our chin, exhale, right leg up. Right leg down, even weight to both sides of your body as you melt back to the mat. Same thing left, exhale. Inhaling all the way. Let's do that again. Exhale up. Inhaling. And left, exhale. Inhale all the way. Keep those arms reaching overhead, ribs stay tight around your center. Reach your legs straight out in front of you. And we're gonna come all the way up. So start that same way, tuck your chin. Don't just rock your pelvis back. Keep that neutral as you roll, reaching your toes away from the top of your head and then reaching your hands up to those toes. Take a breath when you're out there and then stack up tall. So shoulders away from your ears, roll your hips back, ribs come back, shoulders come back with your head. All the way, reach those arms overhead. Ribs stay tight around your center. Let's do that again. Tuck that chin, exhale. Reaching, reaching. Stack up tall, and then melt back. Low abs first, and even those mid abs start to have good work. Upper abs come all the way down. And let's add a leg if we want. You can stay doing exactly what we did. You can add a leg. Up. Come up, you'll commit to just a little half roll. You can have be straight, right, whatever. And then roll back down. Even weight in your hips as you roll, reach that leg away. Reach those arms overhead. Same thing left. So tuck your chin. Holding in that little half roll. Keep your right hip heavy as you roll back. Keep that nice even weight. Reach that leg. Reach those arms. Let's go again. Right. Tuck that chin. Rolling right back. Reaching toes. And 1 more left. Or both, whatever you slowly come all the way down. Reach those arms back overhead. Okay, grab your ball. Pop it between your ankles now. Reach straight out with your legs. So toes reaching away from the top of your head. Let's lie on our left sides. So I don't get too confused. Okay, so toes reaching away from the top of your head. Nice long waistlines. Keep your left ribs that little bit lifted off the mat. Pretty much the whole time. It's going to be easy to let your left ribs press down. You want to keep them lifted. All right, so from here, reach through your toes a little more and then lift those legs just a couple of inches. So hold when they're lifting. You don't need to go high. You're thinking more length than you are about height. So really, really think about your toes reaching away from the top of your head, right? Your head is heavy on your left arm. Try not to grip into your neck or that shoulder. From here, just slowly lower to a hover. And then squeeze up. That was a little cool. There was like, oh, did my spiel. Lower. And then lift. So as you're moving your legs up and down, your inner thighs are working a little bit, just holding that ball, right? Tons of work in your obliques, keeping you steady, tons of work in that transverse, those low abs. If you're feeling steady, try to bring your right hand onto your right hip. See if you can do that. Remember, if you just feel extra tension in your neck when you do that, I would bring your hand back down. Go for 4 more. And slow. Remember, reaching as you lift. And slow. Last 2. And down, and then go 1 more, lift up and stay. From here, if your top leg is a wall, squeeze your bottom leg into the wall, and ball. Squeeze and down. Go 6, go 5, exhale 4, exhale 3, last 2, last 1. Now your bottom leg is the wall, so that's your left leg is the wall, your right leg is squeezing towards that wall. And ball. Squeeze 6, squeeze 5, squeeze 4, exhale 3. So your left inner thigh is working for sure as well. Last one, hold that squeeze and then lower those legs all the way down. Okay, grab your ball, pop it off to the side, and then grab a weight. If you want, you don't have to do the weight. You can just use your arm. You can eliminate your arm altogether. But if you want a little extra, grab that weight. So legs bent underneath you just kind of comfortably. So we're gonna start just bringing this right arm down. So just to shoulder height, shoulder level. Can't talk today. You guys are welcome to turn your mats anyway so that it's easier to see whatever works for you. So imagine as you're doing this, that the back of your head and your shoulder blades and your tailbone are against an imaginary wall. So when your arm reaches forward, especially if you're holding the weight, it wants to pull your shoulder blade off that wall, right? Don't let it. Control and up, not swinging in any way. And up, good job. Got 1 more here. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze up. And then stay. So your arm is right above your right shoulder there. Straighten your right leg out underneath you. So your right toes are in line with the rest of your body. Now reach that right arm overhead. Ribs want to lift, your body kind of wants to torque with that arm. Don't let it. Arm comes up to the ceiling, leg lifts. I do that again, reaching away. Arm and leg are going to come up together. So how high should your leg go? It can go as high as you can keep your left ribs lifting. So if you lift your leg too high, your left ribs are just going to want to press down. That's what we want to avoid. So you're up wherever that is, and then you're reaching back long. It's work to lift, and it's work to reach away. Always reaching, right? Always reaching up to the ceiling, and then reach toes away from your fingertips. 3 more, reach. Go for 2. Your head is nice and heavy on that left arm, neck is relaxed. Ready, we're gonna do 1 more, let's lift up and then stay. So keep your right arm reaching up to the ceiling. Now you're gonna draw a rainbow with your right leg, toes to the front edge of your mat, and then toes to the back edge of your mat. So lift up, control down, and then up, control down. If you feel really unsteady or that your hips are just wiggling all around, you can bring your right arm down or just try making your rainbows a little smaller. This arm up is that little bit of extra work. It also makes your core work a little bit harder, right? Instead of having that hand down to stabilize you, your abs have to work that little bit harder. Go for 3. And down. Go for 2. And down. Go 1 more. And down, and then reach straight out underneath you. Stay right there. You ready? Now from here, you're going to turn your palm to face down to your toes, and then lower that arm down. Shoulder height. And then back up. Lower right down. Keep that leg reaching if you can. And back up. lower, reach, and up. 4 more, keep that leg reaching. And up. Last 2. Watch those ribs, keep them lifting. Last 1. Reach up, stay there. From here, upside down rainbows, use. With that leg moving again, up and up. Keep that arm twisting away from you that little bit, up and up. Again, your core is keeping your body still as you make those U's with your leg. Up at the front edge of your mat, and then up at the back edge. Nice and controlled, really think control. You're not swinging your leg around, that would be easy to do. Anything, if I'm doing that, if I'm really concentrating, reaching as I draw that U, it's a ton of work. 2 more. Last 1. And back, and then bend that leg right underneath you. Lower that arm all the way down. Okay, now grab your ball again. Pop it under your right knee, coming back to inner thigh here. One last guy. Reach your left toes away from the top of your head. Right leg can just rest on top of the ball, and your right foot is just out of the way. The ball is just getting your leg out of the way, basically. Reaching through your left toes, you're gonna reach that left leg up. Doesn't matter how high you go, just keep reaching. Super important you're reaching. Now from here, just lower that leg to a hover and then squeeze back up. Inhale as you come down, and then exhale, squeeze and lift. Thinking again about what your ribs are doing, what is your core doing here? Control, go for 6. Squeeze, control. 5 more, get nice and high. Control, 4 more. And downward, stay tight around your center, constantly thinking length. 3. Last 2. Last 1, hold up at the top, and then do your pulses 1 more inch, and down 1 inch, and down goes 6. And 5, exhale 4, exhale 3, last 2, last 1, stay up at the top and circle, tiny circles in your top range, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, other way, last 8, 6, stay nice and high, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then lower all the way down. Okay, guys, come onto your backs. Let's bring the soles of our feet together and just let your legs open out a little bit there. Grab a drink of water if you need to work. You guys are skipping. Okay, yeah, other side. So grab your ball, pop it between your ankles. Have your weight hanging up when you use a weight again. So toes reach away from the top of your head. Again, really thinking length through both lines of your body. Your right ribs are going to want to press down. You're going to want to try and keep them lifting. So reach through your toes, lift those legs, and then stay. Hold when you're up there. Okay, so take a little breath there, slow, just lower your legs to that hover, and then exhale as you lift. So it's your right inner thigh primarily that's working here. As you lower and as you lift. Inhale down, exhale. Inhale down, exhale. You can add that arm if you want. You can reach it up, here, whatever feels good. So you're really keeping that core as a primary stabilizer, not your arm. Go for 3. Squeeze. Control. Go for 2. Control. And then 1 more. Squeeze up and then stay. Left leg stays still. Squeeze your bottom inner thigh into the ball. Squeeze. Squeeze. Just small. 6. 5. Teeny. 4. 3. Last 2. Last one, squeeze up, stay. Bottom leg stays still, squeeze your top one down. 8 little ones. Go 7. Exhale, 6. And 5. 4. 3. Last 2, right leg is the wall, right? Last one, squeeze, and then lower all the way down. Grab that ball, pop it off to the side. Grab your weight. All right. So we'll start with our legs just bent comfortably underneath you. Reach your left arm right up to the ceiling so you feel your weight is right above that left shoulder. Your shoulders are stacked, right? They're going to stay stacked as you lower that arm and as you lift. So remember, you're against an imaginary wall, right? So the back of your head and your shoulders stay against the wall. You want to do this to do that. Hard to keep them stacked. So getting that full lower and lift in your arm without getting your upper back involved. It's just that posterior deltoid down. It takes a lot of concentration to really do that. Go for 3. Inhale, control. Lots of abs as well, right? You feel how if you really stay stacked, your core really has to click on. It could be really easy just swinging around. Last one, go up. Stay when you're up there. Okay, so take a breath. You're going to kick your left leg straight out underneath you. So really reach through your toes. You're going to reach that left arm overhead, keeping your ribs tight around your center, and then come back up. So it doesn't matter how high your leg goes. It doesn't matter how high your arm goes. You want to stay nice and stable, right? So your right ribs stay lifted and lifted. Your waistlines don't change. Inhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up. You got it. Go 4. And reach. 3. Lengthen. And stay along. Last 2. And up. Last one, reach. Come on up and then stay there. Now draw those rainbows with your left leg. So toes to the front edge of your mat and then toes to the back. So remembering that if your body is moving around as you're doing this, you want to bring your hand on your hip or you need to bring your hand in front of you. That is what I would prefer you do than to just keeping your arm up, but totally wiggling around. But if you can keep your hips nice and still as you make those rainbows, keep that arm reaching. Go 4. Go for 3. Last 2. And back. Last one. Up, down, and then come straight underneath you. Hold there. So you're reaching. That leg is going to stay. Turn your palm to face down, away from you, and then you're going to lower that up, and then come right back up. So same thing again. Your palm faces down to your foot, basically. And then up. Good. Keep those shoulder blades nice and flat against that imaginary wall. Keep your leg reaching and lifting. So even though your leg isn't moving, it's still dynamic. You're reaching. Go for 4. Slow. And reach. Go for 3. Slow. And control. Last 2. Keep those left toes reaching. Up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. Stay there. Now use with your left leg. So up at the front edge of your mat. Up at the back edge of your mat. Again, feel how those low abs are working to keep your pelvis still up. And up. And up. 4 more. Exhale. And back. 3 more. And back. Last 2. And back. Last 1. And back. And then bend that leg all the way in. Roll down. Grab your ball. Pop it underneath your left knee. Reach your right leg straight out underneath you. Hips stay stacked. Right ribs stay lifting. right? And then again, you're looking straight ahead so that neck stays nice and long. Reach through your right toes, right ribs stay lifted that little bit, and then squeeze that right leg up. And then slow, just lower to a hover. So exhaling up, and then inhale, control. Exhale up, inhale, control. Good. Working as you lift, still working as you lower, right? Don't just let gravity pull your leg back down. Keep everything nice and lined up. And 3 more. And down. Last 2. Now last one, go up and then stay 1 more inch and down for 6. Keep reaching through those toes. 4, 3, 2, last one, squeeze up, stay in that top range and then do your little circles. Go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, other way. 4, keep reaching, 3, 2, last 1, and then all the way. All right, and then come onto your backs again. Give those inner thighs another little stretch out there. Take a nice couple of deep breaths. And then when you're ready, grab your ball again, have your weights handy. Oh, we're good. So squishy ball underneath your tailbone. Really make sure it is underneath your tailbone, not your low back there. And then let's start with our hands down on the mat. So palms facing up is going to be a good way to keep our upper body nice and relaxed. Lift your heels. You're just on your tippy toes. Back of your ribs are heavy, right? Bring your right leg to tabletop. Bring your left leg to tabletop. And then stay right there. So keep that upper body nice and relaxed. If you want, if you've done this before, you can grab your weights and you can reach your arms up to the ceiling. If not, maybe keep your arms down. First time, or whatever you're feeling. All right, so shoulder blades flat against the mat. You basically don't want to be gripping through your upper body just to have your arms up there. It's better to relax your upper body so that those low abs can really take over. All right, so from here, we're going to open our legs into a little diamond, and then we're going to stay there. So little diamond, your big toes kind of connect together. From here, I just want you to open your arms wide to this side, and then you're going to press back up. So your arms are opening. Feel how that opens up through your collarbones and your chest a little bit. Feel the back of your rib cage getting a little bit heavier. 2 more here, just these arms. 1 more. And press. Now stay. From there, keep those arm bones heavy. Reach your right leg to the side a little bit. And then bend it back. Now go to the left. And do that again. Let's go right. And into those low arms, deep and left. And back in. 1 more right. The wider you kick your legs out, the harder it is to stay steady, right? That. And then you're gonna go right leg to the side, and then left arm reaches. So reaching on a 45-degree angle, arm and leg both about 45 degrees from your body. And then back in, same thing left. Left leg, right arm. And then back in. Like you're making one line of a X, right? Arm. Fingertips reach from toes, make that line nice and long, and then pull back in. Really feel those fingertips reaching from your toes and back in. 1 more each way. And back. 1 more switch. Back in. Stay there, bring your legs together. Hold right there. Now from here, reach those arms overhead. Your legs in that nice tabletop. Arms back up. Arms reach overhead. They want your ribs to go with them, right? Don't let them, whatever you do. Ribs hug around your center as your arms reach. Now let's go both arms reach. You can do a single leg if you want a little more. You can add both legs, reach them out, and then pull back in. We're gonna go 6, reach. And all the way in. It's work the whole way out. That exhale, you're working. Inhale all the way. Take your time. Slower is way harder. Slower is way harder. 3. Right back. And let's go 2. And right. In, last one. Way, lower your right foot down. Lower your left foot down. Lower those weights. Press into your heels, lift your hips up, and then just roll all the way down. Right foot to neutral. Hug those knees into your chest, have a little roll around. And then roll on up when you're ready. You still smiling, Iris? You are. Okay. Okay, so have your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Find that neutral, so long waistlines, right? You don't want to be here, you don't want to be there, you don't want to be here. We're just in that neutral position, right? So really feel even weight in your hands, feel that nice even weight in your knees. We're going to start with that cat-cow. So you're going to drop your tail up, rounding through your back, let your head be heavy. And then all the way out. Come back to the opposite position. Take a breath when you're there. And then you're going to drop that tail. Scoop those abs around. Do one more and we're going to add on. So tuck that tail, scoop those abs. Feel that nice even weight in those knees, even weight in your hands. Out. Now from here, find your neutral to start. Take your right leg out. Don't let your weight shift to the left and then reach your left arm out in front. So left fingertips reach away from your right toes when you're ready. From here, you're going to come back to that cat stretch position. Bring your knee in, bring that left arm back, scooping through those low abs. And then find that leg, come all the way back to that long line, fingertips reach from toes, do that again all the way in. And then all the way back. So you've got 4 more like this. As you come into that little cat stretch, does your weight shift to the left? Try not to let it. Keep that left inner thigh squeezing toward your midline. In and reach. Last 2, left inner thigh squeezes to your midline. Last one. All the way out. Left hand down, right knee down. Take a breath. Find that center in your body again. Let's go for a couple cat-cows. So all the way up, scooping around. All the way, scooping around. One more like that. Drop that tail, scooping around. To neutral, and then stay. Now let's go left leg without your hip shifting to the right, and then right arm in front. You can lift them both. Really think length, reaching fingertips from toes, and then scoop and pull all the way in, rounding that back, and then lengthen all the way out. Scoop, deepen those abs. Reach all the way in. Lengthen for 3. Reach long. Last 2. Last one. All the way. Bring that right hand in, bring that left knee in. Sit yourself back to a shell stretch. Move your wrists, a little shake out there. Okay, guys. And then from there, we're gonna come, bring hands back under your shoulders. Knees are gonna be right together. Have them kind of in line with your hips, so at hip level. And then curl your toes under. All right. So even weight in your hands, find that neutral so that your rib cage is nice and tight around your center. It's gonna be easy to go into your low back and kind of drop this way. We're not gonna let that happen. So a couple bits that we want to keep in mind. You want to keep your hands pressing into the mat so your upper back stays nice and engaged. You want these lats to be engaged as well to help you stay nice and lifted off your wrists. The other thing, we want to keep our inner thighs squeezing together. It seems like kind of a, it's not really gonna help, but it really is. So keep those inner thighs squeezing together. Feel that connection. All you're gonna do is pull your belly button into your spine and lift your knees just an inch. Hold when you're lifted. Just take a breath, feel your waistlines are long, you're still neutral, and then slow, lower those thighs. So do that again. Press into your palms, squeeze those inner thighs, lift those knees, and then slow as you lower down. So it would be easy to lift and kind of shift into your wrists. That's not what we're doing. You're lifting just a tiny bit so that it's just those low abs working. You're staying engaged as you lower back down. They're still working. You ready? We got one more like this. Holding that little bit of a lift. Now from here, can you bring your legs down just to a hover? And then back up. Inhale down. Exhale. About 3. Constant pressure into those palms. Constant squeeze with those inner thighs. 2. Last 1. Lower those knees. And then again, come back to that shell stretch. Okay. We got one more we're gonna do here. We're gonna grab the ball now and pump it under your knees, tops of our feet. Okay, so again, it's gonna be really, really easy to shift your weight all into your wrist, like shift your weight up and all into your wrists. We want to try and keep our shoulders directly on top of our wrists, all right? So ribs stay tight around your center. Inner thighs are going to be a huge support as well as those shoulders. So the more you press through your palms, the more you're going to get support from under your arms. All right, you ready? Long spines, squeeze your inner thighs. If this feels impossible, you can go back to the same one we did before without the ball, right? But leave this up to it. Exhale, belly button to spine. Lift those knees up a little bit. Take a breath. Lower right, back down. So notice, did you shift back when you lowered your legs? If you did, that means you must have shifted forward, right? So think about that. Exhale, straight up in space, belly button to spine. Inhale, slow as you lower. Is that better that time? Let's do one more. We're gonna stay up this time if we can. Hold here. Can you roll the ball away just a little? Don't let your bum drop. Don't let your weight shift forward in your hands. And then hold it back in. Can you do that again? Exhale, inner thighs. Roll all the way that a little bit. Keep those inner thighs squeezing as you pull back in. Can you do 2 more? Exhale, slow. Last one. Good job, guys. Exhale up that little bit. Bring those legs back in, lower your knees. Good job, guys. And then sit back to that shell stretch. Let's first that little twist out. Okay. And then just come right up to your tummies, yeah? So you're gonna have that ball. We're gonna use that ball again. So feet about as wide as the mat-ish. Just totally relax your upper body so that you're Your forehead, your nose can be kind of resting on the mat there. And then your hands are on top of the ball. So your ball is a nice comfortable distance in front of you. You can kind of roll it away a little bit. Let your shoulders lift up towards your ears. And then pull the ball back towards you slightly. Let your shoulder blades slide away from your ears. So they feel that shoulder blade pick up. Try and connect to that shoulder blade movement. You're reaching up. Your shoulder blades open up on your back as your shoulders lift up to your ears. Your shoulder blades slide towards your spine as you pull the ball in closer to yourself. Go for 2 more like that. Roll that ball away. And then come in, keeping that spine nice and long. 1 more, roll it away. This time when you pull the ball in, start the same way. So slide your shoulders down your back that little bit, but keep coming in. So keep rolling that ball in, reaching the top of your head away from your toes. You're gonna end up in this little extension. Hold this long line with your body. So really feel the top of your head reaching from those toes and then melt all the way back down. So your ball will roll away as you come down. Take a breath. Do that again. So slide your shoulder blades down your back. As you start rolling that ball in towards you, you can lift, reaching the top of your head away from your toes, reaching your collarbones out towards the ball, and then slowly melt back down. So go for a couple more like that. Really easy to go into your low back and just kind of hinge from your lumbar spine. I want you to move more from your upper back. Yes, stay looking down so that your neck stays long. They're beautiful. Exactly. Very good, you guys. And then slow control that out. So even when you're lifting, you're super long. You're lengthening as you lift your upper body. And you're lengthening as you lower back. Now, we've got 1 more like this. Shoulder blades slide down your back, top of your head, collarbones reaching way out over the end of your mat. Take a nice breath here. Can you let your hands be a little bit lighter on the ball? And then slowly come all the way down. And then press back to a shell stretch again. Does that feel okay? Okay, hands back under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And then step 1 foot back. Just gonna go into a little stretch. So kick out through your right heel. Just have a little stretch there. Right heel reaches away from the top of your head. So that whole right side of your body is nice and long. And then bring that right leg back in. Do the same thing left. So pressing your left toes down, reach for your left heel. Feel length through that whole left side of your body. Left back in. Now let's go right again. And then left together. Tuck your chin. Press yourself back to a up stretch there. Drop those heels nice and low, keeping that tailbone lifting up to the ceiling, and then walk your feet up. So you'll bend your right knee, press your left heel down, and switch. And switch. And switch. And then drop both heels nice and low. Lift both heels up. And then let's come all the way back into that plank position. Step your right foot in between those hands, and your left knee come down. Just take a little stretch. Feel your left hip flexor having a stretch out there. A little rotation here. So also bring your left hand down beside your right foot there and reach your right arm. Oh, that feels good. Really feeling that twist from your center, right? Think about your ribs twisting as well as your shoulders.
Step that right hand back down and then turn your right leg out. And come down for that little stretch. Down as low as it feels good. And then hands back under your shoulders. So your left toes back, right toes back. You're back in that plank again. Step your left foot forward. Stretch for that right hip flexor. You want to step your right hand down beside your left, and then reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Remember your twist onto your ribs. Just open up. Pop that left arm down. Bring that left leg down to that pigeon, and then just stretch that guy out. And then walk those hands back under those shoulders, curl your right toes under, left back, and then just press back again to that up stretch. Drop those heels nice and low, walk your hands into those feet. A little hang in your forward fold, and then just press through your heels and your big toes as you roll all the way. Thanks, guys. Nice work. Feel good? How about you guys? Feel good? Awesome. I'll see you soon. Have a good weekend.